Welcome back to GEISELSBERG for episode 23 with me, MrSealyp. It seems like a lifetime ago that I was last here on GEISELSBERG. Contracts are continuing. I still have them with, I know I've said this before, Christmas, New Year, seasons dropping, guide to tutorials, Sussex farm seasons. It just... it's all good. Right, I've got a load of mop-up jobs to do and some important stuff to do. Contracts that were ongoing, most have been paid out. Not all, but most have been paid out. I've got a few odds and ends that need to be collected here and there, but nothing major. I need 5 pallets of feed from AH13 stew, which I'll get at some point. That's not a problem at all. What have we got to do? So, hay bales. All the hay bales I did that I showed in the last episode, I need to do 80 of those need to go to Mick. Mick is in Australia and is raising Brahmans, but weirdly I got this ages ago, but this is way more relevant now because of all the situation with the drought. I know they've had a bit of rain and stuff like that, but it's been pretty horrific. All their hay has been ruined and he needs 80 hay bales, so I'll be sorting out those. I made them all a little while back. They're all sat piled up. They need to be put onto trailers and shipped. And Black Hammer, who is in Tasmania, wants 20 hay bales, so I hope I've got 100. We'll get those sorted out. Automan 13. Now I can't remember if I did this contract or not. If I did, fine, you're going to get another load, but he asked for 20,000 litres of manure because he's on Oakfield and he's doing greenhouses to make some money, and could I help out with some manure? I've got some down at the main farm. I've got the Class Scorpion down there. We'll get a trailer down, we'll get 20,000 litres loaded up probably into this, and we'll get that on its way to you. Farmer Dowd asked for any spare manure slurry digestate. He's on Lone Oak Farm and his animals aren't producing enough and he wants to go down that route for fertilising, so could we send some off to Farmer Dowd? We can. Whatever I've got left out of that manure pile down at the main farm, we'll get that shipped off to you as soon as possible. We'll check on what we had with the pigs, because obviously we sold off all the pigs. They've all gone. Unfortunately, Ray the Canadian did send me a message asking for 2. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I think I might have done. Before Christmas, but because I shipped them all off. And to be fair, in all honesty, Big Papa C, Farmer Pierce and Farmer Buttons did message me back and say, look, we can ship 2 back to you, they can go off to Ray the Canadian, but I said that it's fine, they're already shipped, and Ray was great about it. So we have no pigs at the moment, but the sheep are all doing absolutely fine. So lastly on that list, Peter and Charlotte want 200,000 litres of triticale. They took on a contract with a major cereal company. Unfortunately, one of their crops was destroyed due to bad weather, and they need 200,000 litres to fulfil that contract, and could I help out? I do, as it happens. I know I did plant them a while back, but I do have... Where are we? Field 57 that we planted down there has got triticale in. That is also ready to harvest, but I didn't fully fertilise it. So we'll harvest that. And what I'm going to do is plant probably all of my other fields with triticale, so we can absolutely make sure we hit that. Now I don't know about this one, field 2, that's not ready to go yet, but it was planted. Or is that harvested? Farm dog is chipping in. We'll repurpose that, we'll get that sorted out. So I'm going to plant a whole load of triticale. I'm going to harvest what I've got. But what I'm going to do first... Who was it as well? Oh yes, MPG Farms. MPG Farms asked for pig food. Did I have any pig food? Well, I've been getting pig food from See What T, who owed me it as part of a contract. I've got 90,000 litres still to collect. I've got no pigs. So what I'm going to do is collect the next 45,000 litres, and I'm going to ship that straight off to MPG Farms. So I think with all the odds and ends, I'm going to tie up another 5, maybe 6 contracts, I think. But first things first, I did say we were going to do this. We are going to be selling... Oh, that's filthy. I should have really cleaned that, shouldn't I? We're going to sell off our Dominator, and we're going to replace it. We'll get this off down to the field to get the triticale harvest done that's down there. I'm going to keep the header that we've got, the foldable, because I do like that. Now, I don't know what we're going to get for this. It's not going to be huge money, but 92 grand. We'll repair it. Yeah, we'll sell that. It all adds to the coffers, and you know, at the end of the day, we're all good. Now, I've got a big decision to make here. I was just going to upgrade it to another class. I was going to go for a Tucano, in all honesty, but now I'm not sure. I'm very conscious of how much space we have available on GEISELSBERG, if you know what I mean. We did have a few kind of... I really wouldn't mind getting a Tucano, actually. 348 grand. Oh, there's the new Torum for 349. It's only a grand more. That will do 11,000 litres. The Torum will do 12,300. Ooh. Should we go with the Russell Mash Torum? Mind you though, slot count 35 is exactly the same. But I can get more crop in the Torum. You know what? I'm going to go for the Torum. Mind you, it looks a bit bigger, doesn't it? Am I going to be alright getting that around the streets? I might have to change the paint scheme on my header, but... What was my slot count on the Dominator? 40. Oh, I've given myself 5. Should we get one? Should we leave it as it is, or should we go with Trelleborgs? Oh, that adds more money on. No, let's stick with those. Stick with those. Yeah, go on. Why not? Let's get a new harvester. Can't believe I just did that. That was a bit bonkers, wasn't it? Oh, that's nice. That's the new version. The new one. Wow, okay, so let's bring the header over here. What we'll do is we'll change the paint scheme over on that. I'll whiz off and I'll get, while that's being done, I'll whiz off and I'll get the pig food to go off to MPG Farms. Now it doesn't, I'm not too fussed about the fact that Grissoni header's not that wide. I mean, this is what I don't go for the 7 metre one. It's more about the fact the tank on this could hold way more crop, so it can go a lot longer between needing to be kind of checked, so to speak. I think I can change the colour of this. So, oh, that sounds nice too, doesn't it? Yes, it needs a bit of repair. Customise, let's go with main colour, red, and can we change that to white? No, we can't. Should we just leave it grey? Yeah. And we are happy with that. 7.2 metre. Yeah, fantastic. Still looking filthy. It does need a clean, but... So, I'm going to get this down to that field and start on that triticale harvest. We'll get that going. I don't think we need any more straw, so I'm pretty sure we'll just leave that as is. Now, this is going to be a little bit wider, isn't it? If I just hit the floor with the header? Oh. I forgot how tight this was. It's very tight. But we'll get through. Because we're professionals. Kind of. It's very easy to bandy that word around, isn't it? But we're alright. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is insane. What did I just do? I was actually riding along the top of the wall. Okay, well, this isn't going so well. I don't know what is the matter with Farm Dog. He is driving me bonkers. I know someone said to me the other day, messaged and said, we haven't heard from Farm Dog in a while. You can hear him now. Right, anyway, yes. I'll get this sent off and sorted, and let's go and get that pig food, shall we? Then we'll need to sort out the bales. I think what we'll do is... we'll go past them in a minute, actually. I think I showed them in the last episode, but this is as much of a refresher for me. Should we cut across? Can we cut across? Yeah, let's cut across. Bit of off-roading in our harvester, why not? I really do need to clean that off, don't I? Good grief. But we got a new harvester. Woohoo! Happy days. I do think our field down the bottom next to the farm needs to be ploughed. I'm sure it was shown as red, so we need to plough that. And I've also got my top field, that multi-field, also needs lime on the middle section, so I need to do that too. Lots of jobs. It's almost as busy as having seasons on. I'm not running seasons on this one. I'm doing subscriber contracts on this, seasons on Sussex. I think it's still a bit too much to do on both, but I think to do seasons and subscriber contracts would be a bit bonkers, so yeah. So I don't know if you can see yet, but just down there on the left hand side of the field, we've got a load of hay bales. There's a load at the main farm, there's a load up at the top. I've got them all over the place. I think we've got enough to do the 80 and 20. We should have 100 bales. Then again, I can't remember whether I said in the last episode that's what I was going to do with them or not. But I lost a load there. I don't think so. Anyway, right, yeah. Must crack on. Right, so let's load that up. I'm going to whiz off and go and get that pig food. The harvester's going down the field. I've moved the fence down with the trailer so we can load up the manure for Automan. Oh, that's the point actually. Oh, I'm really worried now. Just suddenly thought of something. My animals, because I got rid of the pigs, it should all still be there, shouldn't it though? He says. We'll have to go and check and see if we have still got the whatever slurry they made should be there. Oh well, we'll have a look. Yeah, our multi-field coming up on the left-hand side, the middle section of that needs a lime. I've been going over them all with the Scaraflex, using that to do the fertilising states, which kind of works really well. It kind of weeds and fertilises at the same time, so oh, that's good. Right, what am I doing now then? I've still got silage here. I've got silage down at the main farm. Oh, because I was going to do total mixed ration, wasn't I? Because they had contracts for that as well. Blimey, right, I need to get my head around all this, don't I? Right then, MPG Farms, 45,000 litres of pig food has been collected from C.Watt.T, and that is going to be winging its way off to you. I hope that is helpful, comes in handy. We haven't agreed on a price yet. I honestly don't know. We'll sort something out. My money will go up in a little while. We'll get this off to you and then we'll sort something out. Not a problem. Oh, that should be on euros, shouldn't it? I'm just thinking it's still sat on pounds. That's not quite right. Yeah, so this is winging its way to you. Once this is empty, this has then got to go to... Well, we've got to go and empty the harvester. Too much going on, too much going on. Right, that's off on its way. Wow, okay. Now, harvester, of course it stopped facing the wrong way round. We have got about 17,000 litres of triticale in storage already. which is going to help massively. Let's put that there. And stop. Fantastic. Jump on that. And unload this. Okay. Oh, okay, we're getting there. Once I get this off and running, we'll go and sort out the manure for Automan 13. The weird thing is, I've got a funny feeling I've already done it. And I might have done. I had all my contracts all listed in order, and as I've been doing them, I've been crossing them off. But I got to the bottom of the page, so I tore the page off. All the ones that I hadn't done, I then rewrote at the top. The ones that I had done and that had been crossed off, obviously then got discarded. So now I can't remember. I really honestly can't remember. Piping. I like this harvester. Wise investment, I think. It's not much bigger tank than the Tucano, but it's big enough. Right, get that going. Workers on that. Now we're going to sort out that. Yeah, let's go and sort out the manure. I'm a bit worried about the slurry situation. How about the pigs? We'll have to check on that in a little while. So Peter and Charlotte, this is kind of part towards yours. When this is done, this will go into storage with what we've got already. Then I can ascertain how much we've got and how much we need to then work out how many of our fields we need to replant with triticale. I've got other contracts for, I think I've got potatoes, I've got one for rye, I've got one for barley, I've got a few different ones knocking about. But the big one, the triticale, I've got one for Wicket Clown for 200,000 litres of corn? Was it 210,000? It was something like that. Of corn, which I need to do at some point. So yeah, I've got a few things, irons in the fire, so to speak. But anyway, yeah, let's get this done. Another concern for this is still that they won't refuel the Class Scorpion for some reason. I'm not sure why. I couldn't get it to, and I know a lot of people have commented to say they can't get theirs to. So, don't know. So, I thought I was using the high tip bucket, or the high dump bucket is the one that goes with the wheel loader. Just suddenly thought, does that even take 20,000 litres? Is it a 21 or is it a 20 or is it a 17? I should know this already. I've used it before. It's not like it's the first time I'm using it. But you know what it's like when your brain just frazzles. You don't know which way's up most of the time. That's how I feel at the moment. I don't know what's going on. My world seems to be incredibly confusing. Maybe it's just old age. Oh dear. I don't make life easy for myself either, do I? Let's be honest. Okay, so that's nearly 16,000, not quite. Well, it says it's a full load. So that's one contract already done. This will be a second. It gets to about there. Let's stop it and just have a quick check, shall we? I shouldn't leave that up really, but 20,357. Fantastic. Right. Automan 13. That is winging its way to you. What's left will go, whoa, to Farmer Dowd. And then if I've got, because I do have another contract for slurry, and it's for about 200,000. Is it 200 or 500,000 litres? It was a lot. So what I've got left here, Farmer Dowd, that will come to you. It might be another. Will it be another full trailer? Might be. Stop that. Yeah, this field needs to be ploughed because that had sugar beet in. What else was I going to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to place. I wanted to flatten a bit of land out, and I wanted to put in one of the MF shed pack silos, so we could put our forage loose into silos for doing total mixed ration. That was the other thing I was going to do. Blimey, governor! I just suddenly realised. I have to look at doing a bit of landscaping for the next episode maybe and get that done. Right, okay. I'm hoping I can get all these done within this episode, but I'm not holding my breath. Not holding my breath. Right, Automan 13, this is coming to you. Let's get this shipped. How's the harvester looking? Is it stopped again? I didn't notice a thing come up saying it had, but that doesn't mean anything. I can't even see it. Just means I wasn't paying attention to the screen, that's all. Right. 2 contracts done. I've now grabbed the Xerion and we're heading back up towards the store. I've leased a bale trailer. We're going to go and collect some of these bales. Field 45 is at present being ploughed. The tractor, the Fendt that was down there with the trailer that I took off to take the manure, I took back. We've loaded all but a fraction of the manure into that trailer, so we filled that trailer up. That will be going off to Farmer Dowd, but we're going to do that in a minute. So that's now being ploughed. Field 57, as you can see, is being harvested. The Sintrac with the 45,000 litre IT runner container on the back of it has had 2 loads into that. I reckon we could be looking at 60,000 litres maybe off that field, if we're lucky. So I didn't upgrade this in the end. I said I was going to upgrade it and get a much bigger Xerion, but there's no point. I don't need to. The sort of size machinery I'm using is probably too big anyway for this map. You know, I wanted one, I like it, and it's a fantastic bit of kit, but realistically it probably is a little bit too big for on here. I suppose I could trade it in, but I like it. Obviously there's the tracked Axion now. I could trade it in for one of those maybe, but it's a nice looking tractor. Even the skinny latte one, the 4000 Xerion rather than the 5000, it's still rather cool. So what? Oh, blimey, farm dog scared the life out of me then. He's mucking around, he's just knocked over on the clothes errors. He's trying to give me a heart attack, this dog. Oh dear, now he's leaping around like a lunatic. So 20 of these to Black Hammer to go to Tasmania, 80 for Mick in Australia. How are we looking on these? Not too bad at all. This is where things are going to get a little bit more interesting, because Mick's contract did say he wanted them in piles of 20, so it'd be 4 piles of 20. He wants 80 bales. And Black Hammer wants 20, so they've all got to be in 20s, but this bale trailer takes 24. There's not one that does 20, unless I did a... No, I should have done one that just... not an auto load, really. So I'm just thinking, I don't know, I'm going to do 20. Realistically, it's going to be tricky, isn't it? Let's put that on like that. Well, that's 2. 4. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Hang on. Yeah, 6, 12, 16. I'll do this. What I've got to try and do is come a little bit closer this side without going too... Oh man, this is going to be tricky. Without going to the next farmer's crops as well. So we can swing this around a little bit. Ah, 18, 21. No, hang on. 18, 19. I need one more. How am I going to do one? 6, 12, 18, 19. I can't do one bale, can I? Oh, for... 22. This is so annoying. Oh, it's my own fault. I should have just done it straight off the bat when they were on the field. I could have done 20 at a time easily, couldn't I? Rethink, rethink, rethink. I know what I'm going to do. Let's put those down. I'm going to go and get one of the auto load ones. I think what I'm going to do, just to make life easier, I'm going to go with baling technology. Let's go old school. Let's go with the Arcusin FSX 6372. The auto stack. Oh, only just 16s. Come on, give me a break. Anderson Square Baler does 16, and that one does 14. It's like if people ask for stacks of 20 just to be awkward and stress me out. I'll have a think. While I'm having a think, I need to cut back to the other half. So think, MrSealyp. How can we do this? I might just have to do it manually, I suppose. That's the only other way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give the bale situation some thought. That will be the next episode. Not the whole of the next episode, but that will be in the next episode. I'm going to focus on getting this Triskel field cleared. Field 40... My memory for field numbers is getting worse. The field I'm ploughing at the moment, I'm going to get that ploughed. And then we can look at what we're going to do for that. So Peter and Charlotte were on the way for yours. Farmer Dowd. Oh yeah, that's what I'll finish off with in this episode. The hay bales I will move over into the next episode. We'll worry about that later. Yeah, horses have been exercised. They're good for today. Don't have to worry too much about that. This should take me up to about 36 and a half. Is it 36 and a half? Right, 36.9. Stop there. I'm going to clear this bottom section. Yeah, so I want to get this field done, and then we'll sort out getting that load off to Farmer Dowd, and then, yeah, I think that'll be it for this one, I think. Not now, but when I've done that bit. For some reason it's missing chunks here. I think it's because it's on this little bend here, it doesn't like it very much. Not sure why. So what I'll do is run a couple of strips across the bottom here, just to tidy it up a little bit, and then we should be alright for turning at either end. Just seems to be missing a few chunks here and there. Swing that round, and so work off there for the moment. Yeah, it's missed on the other side as well. So yeah, a couple of strips this way, and one way, and then we're good for the rest. Just now thinking, am I going to get 60,000 out of this? That might have been optimistic, I think. Might have been optimistic. crazy, frantic episode. Mind you, my last Sussex was just the same. All of a sudden you've got loads of jobs to do, and you think, oh, I'll clear as many as I can, and then you kind of bounce around between jobs. That bale one, that's going to bug me now. I may well actually just have to go with manual loading. To do 20, just manually load them. Go old school. Why not? Right. Get that going. That can continue. Did I turn the engine off on this? I think so. And yeah, we'll go and check that trailer. It's full, so it's going to be 21,000, something like that, which will go off to Farmer Dowd. Yeah, it's a fair size field, this. Right. Right. The ploughing is going perfectly well down here on field 45. I don't want to keep forgetting that number. On field 45. Right, as far as the manure goes, that's what I've got left on the floor out of that huge pile that we originally had. That's got 23,000 litres in it, not 21,000 litres. So we did just over 20,000 litres went off for Automan 13, and this 23,000 litres is going to head off to Farmer Dowd. I'll check out the slurry situation at some point later on. There'll be manure up there as well, so maybe some more will head its way to you, Farmer Dowd, but I've got a little bit left on the floor there. So yeah, with that, I'm going to call it on this episode, I think, because otherwise it's going to get too frantic. I'm going to give that bale situation some thought, get this ploughed out, possibly run over this with the Scaraflex to give us another fertilising state on it. I was hoping to get all of the triticale done on that field, but that's going to take a little bit longer, so I think we'll probably finish that off in the next episode as well. So we'll finish off the triticale, we'll sort out the bale situation, and then we can work out as far as planting goes. I will also then lime that top field, and then we should be good to go to putting more crop in the ground. Big difference between seasons and not running seasons. Obviously you can put crops in the ground whenever you want. They'll run through a cycle, you harvest them and bang, off you go on the next one. Obviously with seasons, because you're having to roll around an entire season, it really does change the way you look at everything, the way you plant stuff, everything, it all changes, So yeah, right. So, Farmer Dowd, this is on its way to you. We've got a few bits done. Not as much as I hoped we would. But it all takes time. It all takes time. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's nice to get back on GEISELSBERG and start rocking through these contracts again. If you do, or you did, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.